Hello everyone, I am Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. This time we're reacting to single mothers are frustrated because men don't want to take them seriously anymore. This title sounds like a joke. There is a logical reason why. Well, let's just get into the video. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if there's any inconsistent logic with this stuff.
We'll see where it goes from there. We exchange numbers and
So girlfriend, if that single dad that you're dreaming to become a family with has any of these things, you need to run because you are just the rebound from his baby mama and no one will ever compare.
So you gonna break up with me because of my child? He's just a child.
He's bad, dog.
He just need a little guidance, man. Like, don't. That's a petty reason to break up with somebody. I ain't gonna lie. How? Oh, why over a 10-year-old? Over a 10?
boys, it's so simple. This is exactly how you ask out a girl. And for those who still don't get it, I will break down everything he did correctly in this text.
It amazes me how.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
I've seen videos like that where they stick their hand in the dog's mouth and go like that, and dogs just take it. It's freaking hilarious. It's funny as hell to see. Dogs just play along with it. Taylor the Fiend.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at single mothers who are trying to date, and we're going to be kicking it off with a few clips from this woman right here who is a single mother. We don't really get too many details as far as I understand, but she has returned to the dating scene. She has jumped on Hinge. And you know, people ask this question all the time, why don't men want to date single mothers? Which to me has already, always been an obvious answer. It's because you have a child to another man, you come with a whole bunch of baggage, etc., etc. But a lot of these girls, they go back out there into the dating market and they realize...
I'd say for me, I don't necessarily mind dating somebody who's a single mother. I mean, I did essentially sort of fall for somebody who had a child, but it's just as soon as they have a second child, it's like that's it for me. No, one child is already pushing it. I mean, for me, it's because I would want to date somebody who doesn't have a child, so I can start my own family without having to raise somebody else's. I know it sounds mean. I know it sounds horrible, but it's. I want to raise my own child without having to go and raise somebody else's kid. It's just how it is.
Hey, wait a minute, I'm not getting the same treatment as I used to before I had a kid. So let's jump in, let's take a look at what she has to say, and guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Okay guys, so I am on my way to my very first Hinge date. I know absolutely nothing about the guy besides his name.
And how he looks as well.
He set it up in the beginning saying he didn't want to chat too much on the app at first. So we are literally getting to know each other right now.
I do actually have an opinion on this. When it comes to like dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Grindr, all these other apps. For those who don't know, Grindr is an app for gay people. But if you're going to go on these apps, first of all, to all the buzz out there who go on the apps just to try and get somebody to go over to another site like a campsite or something, you can all fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. It's an app to try and find somebody to possibly date. Not for you to recruit people into your fucking campsite. Fuck off. I've had enough of that. But the thing is, before you go on a first date, the least you guys can do is take, some time to get to know each other before going on the date. Don't just go on the date immediately because you never know what you're getting into. At least in my opinion, it's better to at least get to know the person a little bit before deciding to go on a date.
We meet for the first time.
What this immediately tells me right off the bat is that the guy is just using the application for fun. That's my hunch. A lot of these guys who are matching with these women.
Yeah, that's the other thing is for both men and women. If they're not taking the time to get to know you and just immediately going for the date, more often than not, what they're looking for is just fun. They're not looking for anything serious. They're just looking to have fun, or have a one night stand. That's the thing you gotta watch out for, is if they're taking the time to get to know you, because if they are before the date, then they are possibly looking for somebody to date, but be it short or long term. If they're looking to go for the date immediately, they're more than likely just looking to hook up with somebody.
They're just straight up. The women are all matching with the good-looking guys. You're welcome to look up the statistics. Do your own research on it. These women are all matching with the attractive dudes. They're not trying to match with Mr. Average Joe out here. And what this tells me is
true.
this guy is just like, okay, yes, let's get this out of the way as quick as we possibly can. Let's move her, into meeting up as soon as possible, and that because he doesn't want to waste time talking to you. A lot of these guys are straight up players, but we'll see how this plays out.
We're going just for ice cream, so we're gonna keep it very simple, very low key, and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, so this guy seems to understand that you don't want to waste money on women on the first date. A lot of these women will say that they require dinner from you, and a man has to treat me this way and that way, when the baby father's not even there. That's red flag number one. But a lot of girls will demand all of this crap from men, when the truth is, if you're actually attractive to the woman, she doesn't care if you take her out on an ice cream date, or she doesn't care if you spend $200 on her at dinner. The difference is very little, because she's there because she's actually attracted to you.
The thing about first dates, a lot of people have an opinion on this. My opinion is this: when it comes to the first date, yes, I think a man should pay and should plan it. Now, the thing to look out for, at least in my opinion, is when you bring them out to the first date, do they at least try and offer to help pay for it or not? If they at least offer to help pay for the date, you know that they're not there for just the food, for the free food or the attention. They're actually there to, get to know you and such. If they don't offer in any way, shape, or form to help out with the date, they're just basically there for your attention and the free food. They don't care. They just want the free food. So if the person you're taking on a date at least offers to help pay, then they are more than likely worth at least considering for a second date. If you feel like there's a connection or not. But if they don't at least offer in any way, shape, or form to help out pay for the first date, I wouldn't consider recommending them for dating material. I mean, you can probably just have fun with them, but that's about it.
Okay, I am home from the date. So
how did it go, lady?
Little rundown. We went to ice cream, kept it simple. I don't eat ice cream, so I had a Dole Whip. And when he realized that I didn't eat ice cream, he felt a little bit bad, but it's okay. Like, I didn't want to be difficult, so I just went with the flow. We had great conversation, and it was fine. It was fine. I would.
She says it was fine, but in her tone, you can tell, yeah, it wasn't fine. It wasn't that good. You can tell by the tone of her voice. Say, yeah, it was fine. No, it wasn't fine.
I wasn't super excited about the whole thing, but it was smooth. It was my first date, after a breakup, and I just needed to get myself out there.
I think I heard a cat in the background.
And Hopefully it's like the first of many dates. I'm just like testing the waters, and it was fun.
Yep, I was right as a cat.
I don't know about you guys. It's funny, you can hear the child literally yelling in the background here. So this is a woman who seems to be...
Oh, it's a child? I thought it was a cat.
Market. I don't know her situation, but I'm going to assume that we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she was in a long-term relationship with the dude, and now she's out and she's playing the field. This is kind of like the definition of you can't really save these women.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying?
If you're enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe to me and our fellow Fiend Gang members. You can find their org that describes them straight channels in the description down below. Now back to the video. You know, a lot of them straight up, they want to go out there, they want to have fun, they want to have the girls' nights and stuff like this. And my thing is this, guys, look, if they want to go out there and do that, hey, knock yourself out. Enjoy yourself, woman. You are strong, you are empowered, you are liberated. That's, you know, but at the end of the day, if you want something serious from a man, the sentences that she said are really unappealing to dudes who respect themselves. Like, if you're a guy, right, and you end a relationship with a woman, and her first thing is, for whatever reason, and her first thing is, well, gonna go out there and play the field and hopefully I go on a bunch of dates, all that confirms to you is that you probably made the right decision. You know, they want to return to the streets, let them go, and...
That's the other thing, like, if you were seriously trying to find a connection, somebody to possibly marry and have a family with, or if you're a single mother or a single father and you are seriously trying to look for somebody to possibly marry and, you know, have another kid with, or, you know, bring into your family and have as your family, and possibly give your son a second mother or father, don't play the field. Don't do that. Because if the person you are going on a date with finds out you are dating multiple other, or going on dates with multiple other dudes at the same time, yeah, he's not going to be interested. Majority of the time, he's not really going to be interested. If you want to, like I said, if you want to seriously try and find somebody, go after one person. Don't go after multiple people at the same time. That's not going to work out for you. It's not going to end well. Because the person you go on a date with could possibly be the right person, but he finds out you're doing this with multiple other dudes at the same time. You're going to lose that person who could have possibly been the right one for you. So, if you want somebody for the rest of your life, take it seriously. Don't play the field. It's not a good way to do it.
Don't let them back, in my opinion. But let's keep going with the video.
It was good conversation. That's all I could say. So we'll see where it goes from there. We exchange numbers.
It sounds like a cat, not a kid.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, so this is the end of the video here, and what's going to happen to this woman over time is she's going to keep doing this with different dudes. She's already said, this is not my words, she wants to go out on many more dates, assumedly with a whole bunch of different guys. And over time, you know, she's going to become more and more detached, and it's kind of like you're watching... When I see videos like this, I literally just see this individual like walking off a cliff. Like, that's what I'm seeing in my brain. Just straight up, you know, returning to the streets where she belongs. And it's really sad for the kid, in my opinion, to not grow up in a stable household. You can literally hear the kid crying in the background, so sounds like a young one.
Statistically, it is better to have a father figure in the child's life than to not have one. Because statistically, the kid turns out better if they have if the son has a father figure in his life, because the son will eventually mold himself after the person he sees as a father figure, because he sees that person as like the role model, like how a man should be. It's the same thing. I believe it's the same thing with daughters and their mothers. Daughters need a mother figure in their life as well, but but they also both sexes need a mother and a father figure, because with a father figure, the boy will see the type of man he should grow up to be, and with a mother figure, boys tend to end up with a woman who ends up being a lot like their mother, and vice versa for the daughter. The daughters normally end up with a man who is a lot like their father. It's just how it is. Can't really explain why, but it's just how it normally ends up being.
Best of luck to that kid. But let's jump into the next clip here and take a listen.
The man you're texting is probably still seeing his baby mama. The single dad that you're suddenly so infatuated with is still referring to his baby mama as his son's mom. He's probably still doing her. When two people are
I mean, maybe he's just saying that it's the son's mother. Like, these are things that I just really don't understand. Like, maybe the man is saying the words because the words logically make sense. Like, he's saying the son's mother because she is biologically his mother, but hey, you can't really say
Men think in a very logical way.
Being accused of
That's the thing. Men think in a very logical way. So when he's saying the son's mother, he's just thinking that's probably the best way to describe it is his son's mother. It doesn't mean he's seeing the mother. It just literally means the son's mother. Men are more often than not very logical thinkers. We think in a very logical way. We say things that are to the point and make logical sense to us.
crap, but it is what it is.
no longer seeing each other and don't want anything to do with each other, they're gonna refer to them as their ex. If you find that she's creeping in your Instagram stories, it's because he is toxic and has told her about you. And of course, it's not for the general well-being of their child, it's because he is trying to make her jealous of you.
Wait, so there's so much garbage to unwrap here. You know what? I'm not going to even bother. Let's continue.
He has some excuse.
What she said was sort of all over the place. Even my brain was having a hard time wrapping my head around it.
So, like the well-being of his child as to why she still has his location, that's another hint. And last but not least, if you're finding articles of clothing, panties, bras, jewelry, those things were not left behind from when she lived there, she's leaving them there on purpose. So girlfriend, if that single dad that you're dreaming to become a family with has any of these things, you need to run, because you are just the rebound from his baby mama and no one will ever compare.
There's something about these TikTok videos. Wow, what a beautiful frame this is. Something about these TikTok videos that just scream absolutely crazy to me. She's actually right about quite a few things here. You know, like the women leaving their possessions at dudes' houses to try and piss off other women, and women stalking each other on Instagram, which I want to add, by the way, just because his ex-girlfriend is stalking you on Instagram, or ex-wife, or whatever the hell it is stalking you on Instagram, doesn't actually make him a toxic person. And the reason why is because this is just what women do.
I pretty much agree with him. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's the toxic one. Sometimes it probably just means that the lady's just nuts and possessive and hasn't gotten over the fact that the man has left. So she's stalking the woman that he's with to do something because this woman is fucking nuts. You know, sometimes women are just batty as shit. And they stalk each other on Instagram and other social media, which I don't really understand why people do that. It's creepy as hell. And leaving stuff at the man's house just to get under the skin of his current girl. Is why? Why are you creating drama where there shouldn't be? It baffles my mind why some people do that. I mean, just end it, leave the person, leave the stress, drop the drama, get on with your fucking life. What's so hard about that? It just reminds me of also other, like, I've seen plenty of videos where women, when they're broken up with or something like that, they'll take their man's like gaming system and completely annihilate it or destroy his vehicle or some sort of possession, or a man does it to the woman. It's like, why are you doing this? What is the point? You are accomplishing nothing but just pissing the other person off, and possibly pissing that person off to the point where they will retaliate physically. You are putting yourself in a precarious position. You are causing problems where there shouldn't be. Just break it off, leave, get on with your fucking life. It's not that difficult to do.
You'll be hard pressed. Like, if you're a dude and you've got an ex-girlfriend and then you go out there and you get another girlfriend, that girlfriend is going to find out your exes probably one way or another. Like, it's just going to happen. She's going to look at your friends, see if any of your friends are following some girls that were maybe briefly in a photo like 27 months ago. Like, she's going to find out at one point or another, and she's going to stalk you. This is just... I don't understand why this makes the man toxic. But
a lot of shit is blamed on the man for some stupid ass reason.
Holy, take a listen. I'll bring this one a bit up so we can kind of see it here. Holy hell. I think it's this one.
Easy. It's so simple.
Hey, it's blank. I got a reservation to Off Suite for Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Does that work for you? If not, I can find another day. No problem.
On Bumble for literally, I don't know, we exchanged like 6, 7, less than 10 messages. He asked for my phone number. I gave it to him, and this is the text I get. Boys, it's so simple. This is exactly how you ask out a girl. And for those who still don't get it, I will break down everything he did correctly in this text.
It amazes me how these women treat it as though it's some... This is a single mother again, by the way. I just want to clarify. These are all single mothers. It amazes me how these women position it as though it's some sort of, like, great privilege to spend money on them. Like, yes, look at this man. He's doing everything right. He's doing exactly what I want, and he gets to spend money on me. Like, who the hell cares, man? Who the hell cares? Oh, here's what men need to do. Men need to ask me out. This girl is so clueless as well, by the way. She doesn't understand. The thing is, I just want to outline this. When men understand, what this guy is doing is he's running you through what's called a funnel, okay? He understands that we're going to keep it really short at the start. I'm going to invite you out as soon as possible. If you're interested, you're going to show up. You're going to put on all your makeup, blah, blah, blah. If you deviate from any of this, you will be instantly gone because the guy understands the game. These dudes who ask you out, like, you know, very quickly and have things set up and it feels a little bit too regimented. That's because it is. That's because you're just another woman. This girl's like, yeah, look at all these things that this dude is doing right. I guarantee you this guy does not give a damn. But let's keep going.
One, he let me know who he was because, you know, we're all talking to multiple people. Like, we're all dating. We're all, like, trying to figure out who we want to go out with, who we don't want to go out with.
No, that's you.
Me personally, I do one person at a time. I don't do multiple people, although I haven't had a date in over 10 fucking years. Ugh, I hate being single. But whenever I talk to somebody or want to date somebody, I only pay attention to that person. If it doesn't work out, then I move on. And if I find another person, I focus on that person to see if it goes anywhere. If it doesn't go anywhere, I continue the process. I do one person at a time. If that doesn't work out with that person, I move on and hopefully find another person that hopefully it will work out with. That's how you should do it. You don't do multiple people at the same time. The only reason you should be doing that is if you are just doing it to hook up with people. That's it. You don't do that sort of shit to find somebody long term. You don't. That is a shit way to do it. And you'll never find anybody. You'll just be alone forever. And if it does work out for you that way somehow, miraculously, congratulations. You found somebody through a pool of people you were going out with at the same time getting free food from. You're going to piss all the rest of the people off, though, that you were tricking. So have fun with that drama. But seriously, do one person at a time. That's how you should do it. Don't do multiple people at a time. Oh.
Amazing stuff. Yeah, can't wait to ask that out on a date, guys. You know, for those of you guys in the comments, right? which of you, do any of you guys view it as a positive that you're going to be able to take a woman out for a dinner date that talks to multiple men at the same time? Like, do you view that as a win?
No, hell no.
I personally would not view that as a win, especially if she's a single mother. That's just absolute craziness to me.
He picked a place, he picked a time, he made the reservation. I didn't have to ask, he just went along and did it, and he's totally open to working around my schedule. Like, this is it. This.
Now the question is she gonna do everything right? Or is she just gonna go off what she thinks should be done? My guess is she's gonna try and do shit how she thinks it should be done, and it's not gonna go with the person she's going on a date with, and he's just gonna not go on a second date with her.
Do this.
It's my
this
prediction.
Is what girls want. This is what we want.
Just bear in mind that they only want it from the dudes who are highly attractive to them, and this will not last simply because of how masculine this woman is. If this guy has any self-respect at all, he'll be gone quite quickly.
The other thing is with men, you all can act independent, empowering, all this sort of stuff all you want. We don't care about that. We really don't. We want somebody who is feminine, who will make us feel happy and feel welcome, feel respected, feel loved. We don't care about your status, money, or any of that shit. We really don't. Let's think about it in terms of cliques in high school. We will happily date the outcast of the entire women group if that person makes the guy feel loved, respected, and wants to, and is feminine, wants to help take care of him. If that's what she does, she's the one that's going to get picked over all the preppy, fucking good-looking, dumb shit women. That's how it is. If you don't like that, it's your problem, not ours. And when it comes to making money, we don't give a shit how much you make. You can be making $1 an hour flipping burgers at some joint. We would still pick that person if they made us feel loved, respected, and was feminine and wanted to, take care of us as much as we want to take care of them. We will pick that person over the CEO of some company. And when it comes to the men that are at the top, the top, let's say 10, 15% of men, they have the pick of any woman they want. Because they have the money, they have the looks, they have the status, they have the power, they have all of that. They can pick any woman they want. That's how it is.
Have you guys noticed that some slowly moving? If you are not a witcher, recording the channel, so get access to the link episode.
This is so cute. Well done.
That woman annoys me.
So before we get into the next clip, again, this guy knows to take you to this bar because he knows that you'll probably like it, because he knows that the rest of the women like it. Again, she doesn't see, she's just enough. It's funny because she thinks she's getting wined and dined and she thinks she's getting treatment, which to be fair, she doesn't deserve it in my opinion. But she thinks that
the way she's acting, she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't.
She's like got some sort of reward. You're literally just another...
She's got a complex.
My friend. Whatever, man. Let's continue on to the next video. Oh, you already know this one.
Why are you breaking up with me? Why? Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son?
Man, give me this gun, dog. What you say?
I said.
That's what.
So you gonna break up with me because of my child? She's just a child.
He's bad, dog.
She just need a little guidance, man. Like, don't. That's a petty reason to break up with somebody. I ain't gonna lie. How? Oh, why over a 10-year-old? Over a 10?
I'm gonna have to pause the video because I'm getting a migraine listening to this woman. Her microphone quality is literally worse than mine. Like,
All this woman was trying to do was make excuses for the shitty way she brought up her daughter. She, I know it was bleeped out, but she was saying the N-word to that guy. A kid that young shouldn't be saying shit like that. For how this kid was behaving, she was not doing a very good job raising. I don't know if it's a her or he, but the kid. And the guy was getting frustrated with it, and it's just...
That is crazy, because I am really bad with microphone quality. Holy hell, that is annoying. So this woman is literally trying to say that this dude breaking up with her is because of the kid is not viable. Like you can't do that, because why would anyone break up with someone because of a child? I think a child is a fantastic reason to break up with someone. In fact, it's probably one of the best ones out there, to be honest. Actually,
guys aren't the only one who's done it too. I guarantee you there are plenty of women out there who've broken up with a single father because of the father's kid. I guarantee you that is a reason. That is probably a main reason why a woman has broken up with a single father. There are plenty of women who've done that. Plenty of men who break up with women because of their kid. There are many reasons to break up with somebody. A kid being a reason isn't a horrible reason.
It's probably one of the best to never even have the relationship in the first place. Because here's the thing, a lot of these guys who enter into these situations, right, they want to, like, let's just say they care about the girl, they want to have a relationship, whatever. Typically, they're going to end up caring about the kid, they're going to want what's best for the kid, and so they're going to discipline the kid so that the kid doesn't act up and become a terrible person, right, because you care about the child. But what happens is these single mothers, they want to step in. You're not allowed to have any authority over the child. You're not allowed to say what goes and what doesn't, because she doesn't want you telling her kid what to do, which is fine. You know, but don't expect the man to stick around, because that's just dumb as hell.
Yeah, there are fathers and mothers out there who are telling their significant other that is not the parent of the child. You can't tell my child what to do. You can't discipline them or anything. You tell this significant other who is not the parent of the child that you've been with for long enough. You tell them they can't do anything to help raise the kid. They're gonna fucking leave, because you basically put them in jail where they can't help do anything. You've cornered them. They can't do shit. They want to help raise the child to be a better person, and you're not letting them do anything. It's just going to frustrate them to the point where they're just going to leave. Or if you tell them that, they're just going to leave immediately because they know they're cornered and can't do anything.
But breaking up because of this child is, and honestly, it's a fine idea. This dude's doing nothing wrong in my opinion.
Over a 10-year-old. Over a 10. Okay?
No, he bad.
Right, okay, but that's not no reason to break up with nobody.
Yes, it is.
Can't do it no more, man.
So you gonna throw
Man, I'm done.
so you just gonna throw all these years down the drain?
Why is she following him with the phone? First of all, she's following him with the phone. She's yelling at him. She's gaslighting him. And this is just amazing.
She's trying to guilt trip him into staying into the relationship, which that is, in my opinion, she's being toxic as fuck. She's trying to guilt him into staying into the relationship. She's toxic.
Stuff. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your...
So, in my opinion, him leaving the relationship, that is a good decision. Because all she was doing was, at that point, she was just guilting him into staying into the relationship. So I'd say, by all means, leave it. Leave all that stress behind. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I do have a streaming channel over on Twitch. Please make sure to go check that out. Links to that and my other social medias and Discord are in the description below. If there are any other videos or songs you'd like to see me react to, please make sure to comment them down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.